And lastly, just a few thoughts about German strategy, or tactics, German strategy. Yeah, obviously you've got to go for either Moscow or United Kingdom, and you've got to really go for it. I've never had a crack at the United States as Germans. That would be difficult to see how you could do. But a couple of things, I guess, as bits and pieces I found is that, attacking into Russia, the Soviet Union, if you're going for Ukraine and the Caucasus and East Poland and the Baltic states, then these guys in particular, you've got 6 points, and the Russians only start with 24. 7, 8, and if you manage to get that as well, that's 12, so they're down to 12 points. So you can half the Russian supply. Was if you sort of get stuck into here, you got all these countries here, all these areas here, territories that are surrounding you, and it often pays to take that one, but you're going to get big blocks of infantry here. Whereas if you just go down into the Caucasus, then not only do you get 6, but also it opens the door to Iran, which is an easy 2, 2 and 2, because the Brits down here aren't very strong. So, yeah, I think the first place to go is across here, and probably just here to guard your flanks, and not get too worried about trying to push into here or even the cities, because the cities don't get you much. It's Moscow that counts or nothing. Probably the first thing the Germans need to do, and I've played this twice in a row now, is go for the convoys. Because the Germans start with a battleship over here, and they start with a bunch of submarines right the way around here. And the first game I played, I sort of kept the German battleship in here and took out these guys over here, the British force here, which is a destroyer and a transport. But the thing is, that sort of means the German battleships kept into here. And for a I'm going to invade Russia game, that might be okay. But it's sort of quite handy to get the battleship out, because it can take this here, because it's only the force H here, and so the battleship can go 1, 2, wipe them out on turn 1, 3, 4, get to there on turn 2, and it's actually done some serious good. You could then either go back into here, or you could hold it here as a threat. But in the German attacking UK game that I just played, I then was able to move it to here, and even here, because it's a battleship and I joined it with a sub and a destroyer, it's going to help to hold the Americans back. And then, of course, once it's in the channel, if you're doing the invade United Kingdom option, then you need some pretty decent ships. Otherwise, the transports just get destroyed by air power. So you can't build transports until you've got air power. I will come back to that. So grabbing, you can literally grab all of these except for one of them on turn 1, and that's going to knock 9. 11 and 9 is 20. You can't get that one on the first turn. So it's 20 industrial certificate points on the first turn. 23, sorry, that one there too. And that really sets the Allies back. So first turn, I mean, unless you've got something else you want to do, use those subs to grab as many of these as possible, build more subs, get them out there, take out the British fleets here so you don't have any competition, take out the British fleet here, use aircraft to do that, and that could be on turn 2, but you've got aircraft, and just wipe out the British all around here, Navy, and have those. And then the Americans have then got to build up a decent-sized force, naval force, to start taking these back. And because you've got all those submarines, that's not quick to do. That's brilliant, because it means the Americans are putting their IPCs into naval units, because if you don't threaten them in that way, they could just build so many fighter aircraft or even bombers and just sail them across into England, and then either you got no show of taking the United Kingdom because there's too many fighters protecting it, or alternatively they've got bombers and stuff here that then start to do strategic bombing runs, and they can pick off any ships in this whole area. So yeah, using the subs right up front, be aggressive is good. Reinforce them to keep the Americans building ships. In turn 2, because you've got 2 subs here, 1, 2. It's going to take 2 turns to get there. Take that. Take it with 2 subs, because the subs can attack and get first shot. That includes against another sub. It's only against a destroyer that it's not. If you put 1 sub in there, then that gives this sub here to go 1, 2 and attack you first before you get an opportunity to attack back. First strike. I think even if your strategy is to go for Russia, then it's like reasonably obvious. You do the Atlantic type thing, and then you've got to keep a reasonable forces here just in case the Brits invade. But basically, by taking the convoys and keeping them under pressure, you stop them building too big an army, and during that time you build like crazy and get them out across here. The Baltics have got the advantage that there are only 2 from Germany, which is either 2 goes for a infantry or artillery, or it's just 1 turn for tanks. But it is a lot further to get down to here. Yeah, and if you're attacking the Russians, basically you just got to just keep on going, and you've got to get a balanced force and ship them across and get them attacking, take these areas first, and then just grind the Russians down. Keep their reinforcements to a minimum, so they're only getting 3 or 4 infantry a turn, and attrition them more than that. So yeah, that's just a couple of thoughts from the Germans' point of view. Stuff I'd do again. Good game.